Good morning, isn't it wonderful? Is that right, Tony?
Whoa.
Okay, and we're checking out the news over here and the weather with a cock-a-doodle-doo and more your beefy and beard clam reef. Okay, we're checking out some of the news for you. First of all, in the stories here, photo fits issued to gang who prey upon the elderly. Guess they do it to avoid scuffing their knees or something. Still, it must be a bit uncomfortable there. Nations form alliance to tackle junk in Earth's orbit. Must say I find it pretty unlikely that a Chinese boat is whizzing around in space. Okay, keep your hair square. And families cautious over early release. So would I be. Nobby tells me it can be very embarrassing. And doctor charged with raping girl patient. Yeah, we saw them on the news, you know. They're always Indian, these guys, aren't they? Just typical. They're so ugly they can't get the chicks properly. Sparks between Iraq and Kuwait and Arab League. Nice to see the boys making a comeback there, although I can't help thinking they chose the wrong venue for doing it right now. Laura Ashley work will go out to subcontractors. Bit of a departure there from dresses, isn't it? Underwater boats. And patients suffering unnecessary pain, it says here. Kinky devils. All right. And checking out the news for you in the topicality file. Encourage your staff, boss is told. I don't know about you, but mine doesn't need any. And a story from Singapore here about a wedding racket. I guess that's what they use for wedding services out there or something. And McGregor raises new doubts about GCSE. Well, you can't take any chances these days. I've given up beef altogether. And some of your letters too coming up in just a second with the celebrity gossip about Ken Dodd. Good old Donnie's back in town. Just used to love his little diddleman there. I told him that last time I saw him, actually, I said, I love your diddleman, Donnie. And he just walked away. Well, no skin off my teeth if you can't take a compliment. And anyway, he's on the Palladium, and just one of these nights, got one of his jokes here, actually. Doctor says, have any trouble passing water? And Ken replies, well, I feel a bit dizzy going over bridges. I love that one. But actually, Ken, I'd like to know what you're doing peeing over a bridge anyway. Okay, and Tula, hey, what about this chick, Tula, right? Who was born a boy, QE, eh? Right, QE, that's what we say here. QE, all right, because she or is it he, eh? Anyway, I mean, it's been told it can't marry a bloke, even though it's been living as a man for some considerable ages. And we here on the Pussy Posse on WC in the afternoon, we think a bit of observation comedy for you here. Well, you can't help thinking that there must be a little Tadger left in there somewhere. You know what I mean? Somewhere in there. Hey, even if she has had all that HRT stuff, right? And that's another thing, actually. I've looked all over the place for that stuff, and you can't get it anywhere. Not in bags or leaves or anywhere. HRT, I can't find it. Okay, and your letters finally too on the rampage with Wayne's Mail. Says, Dear Wayne, I have a very stupid friend called Martin. One day, someone was telling him about how to grow and harvest potatoes. When he got to preparing them for the pot, he said, take a spade and dig the tubers out of the ground. And Martin said, but won't they get rusty if they get buried in the ground? Very much indeed. Yours, Barnaby Nudge. Yeah, well, what an absolute spaz brain Martin sounds there, I have to say, Barnaby. What a dermo. Okay, I mean, you'd have thought he'd realise that tubers are made of brass. And indeed, they don't rust. Okay, thanks for listening, and good morning. Wonderful to have you with us back on GLC, the wonderful sound of the police. Okay, I like this record, going all the way back from 19... That's it.